What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making his debut on the channel tonight, we have Jason Isbell. Yes, indeed, how about that? Jason Isbell making his debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Jason Shaw. And Jason wanted to see me react to this song by Jason Isbell called Elephant. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, yeah, I think I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by SiriusXM. Okay, I have a feeling I know where we're going with this. And the video has 1.7 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Jason Isbell, Elephant, live at SiriusXM, Outlaw Country. Yeah, let me guess. He's performing in studio at the SiriusXM studio. Yeah. Outlaw Country, is that the name of the station? I think my wife. No. Mrs. Heretic listens to, what's it called? The Highway. That's the country station she listens to. But I think she has listened to Outlaw Country a couple times, I think. So, anyway. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
She said, Andy, you're better than your past. Winked at me and drained her glass. Cross-legged on a bar stool like nobody sits anymore. She said, Andy, you're taking me home. But I knew she planned to sleep alone. I'd carry her to bed, sweep up the hair from the floor. If I'd fucked her before she got sick, I'd never hear the end of it. She don't have the spirit for that now. We drink these drinks and laugh out loud, bitch about the weekend crowd and try to ignore the elephant somehow. She said, Andy, you crack me up. Seagram's in a coffee cup. Sharecropper eyes and her hair almost all gone. When she was drunk, she made cancer jokes. She made up her own doctor's notes. Surrounded by her family, I saw that she was dying alone.
Couple things. Number one, nice voice. Really nice voice. Definitely a voice that lends itself well to that country style, without question. It's got nice timbre, good diction, really good vowel formation. And it's just his natural tone, just absolutely meant for country without question. As far as his guitar playing goes, I like what he's playing. I like, more importantly, how he's playing it. The dynamic control that he has in his right hand is actually really good. He knows just when to, just get that accent, just that one hit. He's strumming along at about a mezzo piano, and just out of nowhere, he'll just hit that one. That's just a forte. And he's immediately right back down to mezzo piano again. Great dynamic control in his right hand. I remember, and I've always said this, everybody's always so impressed with the left hand, and what the left hand does and the fingering that the left hand does. But I've always said, don't get me wrong, the left hand is important. But if you ask me, and you could ask a whole bunch of guitar players, they'll probably tell you the same thing. The right hand is just as important, if not more important, than what the left hand's doing. So, really nice guitar work to boot. Yep. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review.
I'd sing her classic country songs and she'd get high and sing along. She don't have much voice to sing with now. We burn these joints in effigy, cry about what we used to be, try to ignore the elephant somehow. I've buried her 1,000 times, given up my place in line, but I don't give a damn about that now. There's one thing that's real clear to me: no one dies with dignity. We just try to ignore the elephant somehow. We just try to ignore the elephant somehow. We just try to ignore the elephant somehow. Somehow.
It would be really interesting to hear this song with a full band. I mean, there's a certain intimacy that comes with playing a song like this, the way that he did, just solo, vocals and acoustic guitar. There's definitely an intimacy that goes with that. But I'll bet you anything, when you have a full band playing this song, I'll bet you for starters, by default, you're going to have more layers because you have more voicings. That's going to happen. It's going to sound richer. It's going to sound fuller. But I wonder if you're going to get more feeling out of the song with a full band, or are you going to get a more intense feeling keeping it solo? I don't know. I guess it just kind of comes down to personal taste, maybe. Some people like the more, intimate solo spotlight, type of deal. And other people like being bombarded with, all that richness and fullness of a full band. Don't know. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Jason Isbell with a tune called Elephant. This was a request from Jason Shaw. Not a lot to talk about. This is going to be a pretty short review, so let's get to it. Let's make it a quick night, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 6.4. Yep, 6.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. First things first, a 6.4. What does that mean? Well, a 6.4 would translate to a pretty good skill rating because overall, I think this was a pretty good song. It would also get 3 out of 5 stars and a B- letter grade. That's B as in boy, B-. So there you go. A 6.4, pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Songwriting, pretty good songwriting. It is. The chordal progression makes perfect sense. Everything flowed well. To some extent, I will say it was a little predictable, but a lot of country music is. And a lot of country music follows a lot of the exact same chordal progressions. And they listen. Is there anything wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that per se. It all sounds good. It all flows well. It's all pleasing to the ear. So, there's nothing bad about it. It just, I'm not going to lie, it does become a little redundant sometimes when you hear, like I'll be in the car with my wife and Mrs. Heretic is listening to country music and, 4 or 5 songs come on in a row and good Lord, they're all following the same chordal progression. They may be in different keys, but they're all following the same chordal progression. And I'm just like, wow, they certainly have found a formula, haven't they? Now, like I said, though, is there anything wrong with that? No. The same thing happens with rock music, believe it or not. It follows a lot of the same suits. That's why you hear a lot of rock songs that follow the exact same chordal progressions. They might be in different keys, but the chordal progressions are the same nonetheless. So you'll start to see patterns. You will. You listen to it enough, you will start to see patterns develop, and you can't help but notice it, especially once you discover it. Like once you see it and experience it for yourself, it's a game changer. It absolutely is. But when he came up here with his song, it sounded really good. It was pleasing to the ear. Everything made sense. It flowed well. The highlights for me was the guitar playing, definitely. And not so much what his left hand was doing, because his left hand was just playing chords, but his right hand really did a nice job when it came to dynamics and dynamic control and accents. Those accents, every once in a while, he's just strumming along, and then out of nowhere, bam, there's that one hit that just jars you because it's so much louder in comparison to everything that's been played, for the last 4 bars prior to it. You know what I mean? And then out of nowhere, bam, there it is. Like usually on the downbeat 2, of all the places, downbeat 2, really? Okay, sure, why not? Vocally, I think he did a fine job with his vocal delivery. His diction is really good. His vowel formation was really nice as well. He's got good tone of voice for country without question. His pitch sounded really good. Not the most impressive range, but most country vocalists don't have a super impressive range anyway. I mean, are they capable? I'm sure they're capable, but their music just doesn't call for it. I mean, you'll listen to a lot of country artists and you'll hear it for yourself. You'll find yourself asking questions. I wonder if they could sing higher. And the answer is probably, but why bother? The song doesn't need it. The song doesn't call for it. The song's more rooted in its simplicity. So, and this song definitely follows suit with that. I didn't hear anything that stuck out like a sore thumb. I didn't hear anything that was bad. I'm also at the same time not going to sit here and blow smoke in everyone's faces and go, oh my God, this was the most impressive song I've ever heard in my life. No, it was not. It was very simple. It was very basic, but it was done well and it was pleasing to the ear. So 6.4, yeah, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 6.4, which is a pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I've spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.